Well, hey, Becoming Me, I'm so excited to introduce you to my warrior friend, Yolanda. Yolanda, welcome to Becoming Me.
Hello, I'm so excited to be here.
Well, I'm excited to have you here, and I'm excited for you to unpack your story today for the Becoming Me community. But before we dive in, we've got to know, who is Yolanda? What are the fun things about you?
I think there are a couple of fun things. They definitely could be funner. This really made me think. This question really makes me think about, hey, how can I get out there and seize the moments of life? But a couple of things that come to mind is, I think it's important to laugh. I think it's like something. It's like a vitamin. You need to laugh like every day. And so to make me do that, I watch an episode of Family Feud almost every day because Steve Harvey really makes me laugh every day. And watching the families, I know I've been trying to resist feeling like an old person some days, but I don't know that show just does it for me every day, and it's always on, so I can kind of always get to it. I really like movies. Like I'm a drama girl. Like I love to like watch fun girl movies that end with like a sappy, pathetic love song or a love scene or something like that because it just makes my heart happy. Of course, I love eating and shopping like most women, but maybe a little more than average. But that's questionable. But those are a couple of my fun things. I love being a yaya. Like I'm a new yaya. I have a 2-year-old grandson. He makes my heart go pitter patter.
That's so awesome. I'm with you on literally everything you listed. Like the girl chick flick dramas all day long. Yes,
Yes,
I'm about
yes.
it. That's awesome. Well, hey, I would love for you right now to just unpack your story. What has made you who you are today?
When I think about that question, I think that two things come to mind. I think that perseverance comes to mind and resilience. I've been really working to live out those words and be those words. I've had a series of I call them slip ups where you scrape your knees throughout life, and I think that they've encouraged me to be persistent
Mm.
and resilient. You know, when I was younger, I experienced some sexual trauma, like I know 1 in 3 women have, and that was something that really made the beginning of my life journey bumpier than I would have liked it to have been. And I ended up finding myself pregnant at 19,
Mm.
and I tried to make it right and got married. Um, and that was not a great choice. Like I shouldn't have done that, but I did, and then I've grown from that. And then later on, I remarried, and so now I've been married for 23 years. I have 2 wonderful girls, and they both one is 22 and one is 27. Their birthdays are coming, and I have this really wonderful grandson, and a lot of great things. I think God is definitely taking those things that I definitely saw as negatives or
Mm.
voices that I heard in my head that really told me that my future wasn't right, that it told me that I was nothing, that told me that I was going to be a failure, and really worked hard to take those voices and control them or
Mm.
keep them at bay some days. So it just depends on how the day is rolling. Sometimes I'm controlling them, and sometimes, you know, they're giving me a fight. They're not winning, but they're definitely giving me a fight, and I'm working to conquer those things. But and that was a super quick nutshell, but those are definitely some of the bigger things that I think have definitely shaped who I am. And now, as I'm some sort of way, I've gotten to my mid 40s. Um, I can think back to those things. I know I
Mm.
don't know how that happened. Um, I can think back to those things, and I definitely think those things have made me a stronger, better, more resilient, more easily to have fun kind of person. I also think I can see God being very strategic. You always
Mm.
hear about, God, people saying that God is very strategic. And of course, you know it to be true in your heart, but it's different when you see it.
Absolutely. And I love the words that you started out with, that you really have persevered through and you didn't let anything that happened to you define who you were or who you were becoming in the process, but you fought through and you chose who you were going to be. That's incredible. And that's, I think, the biggest sign of strength that anybody could have.
Thank you.
So, what would you say if you were hanging out with another person on their own becoming journey? Like, what would you say to encourage them?
Mhm. I think there are definitely 3 things that I would say. I love that God tells us that He is a current God. He's
Mm.
present, And so it can be so easy sometimes for us to only look at the things that we've done wrong. I call them scrapes of the knee. Um,
Mhm.
and define ourselves or label ourselves in accordance with those things. But we don't have to. I think there's so much power in choosing to share our story with
Mhm.
others, because I believe it empowers others to be aware that even though they scrape their knee, that someone else has done it too, and they have the ability to get up. And just let's say we both are on the ground. Me and you, Emily, two of us together, we can pray and edify each other, encourage each other, push each other. And I think that's a unique quality that we have as women, as people, as human beings, that you really can't deny. I'm going to go back to that kind of laughter thing too, because I really do think it's important. I think it's important that we're able to find these ways. I know everything's not funny. I'm not denying that, but just to kind of maybe find some humor or
Mhm.
some place where we can find joy, where we allow our minds to be set on the positive things. It can be so easy to just look at
Mhm.
the negative. God knows I have looked at the negative things, but to remember those things that we can be grateful for, that
Yeah.
we can have gratitude for, and being aware of the things that we can use, some tools, some resources, some positive mindsets that we have to build on to get us to the next place, stage, level in life.
That's so good. It's wisdom at its finest right there. I mean, thank you so much for just sharing your journey, what you've learned, how you're becoming. And it's encouraging for us on the journey as well that we can glean from what you've experienced and we too can become who God made us to be. So thank you so much. You're amazing.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.